And away we go. God is dead, but you're not, so keep running. All right. September 10th, 5:45 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. What is this incredibly overpowering sweet scent?
It smells like flowers.
What's up, Kay?
Uncle Bad, is this it?
Isn't that Detective Bad and Kay over there?
It looks like she managed to escape the bailiff.
No, that's not quite it.
Aw, too bad, but it's so pretty.
I think you're still a bit too young to be wearing that. But since you found it, I guess I can let you keep it.
Yeah, thanks. I'll treasure it always.
Those two seem to get along rather well. Oh, here. I've got something else for you. A pat on the head.
Yay! Thank you, Uncle Bad.
Swiss roll. You eating some good Jollibee? Heck yeah. Jollibee, 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 Jollibee. Oh man, now I want some. I want the chicken, I want the pies.
Earlier, I ate one of these with Gummy.
Gummy? Oh, you mean Gumshoe.
Gummy is...
Oh.
He was trying to be nice to me because I was gonna get in trouble. And then he got in trouble because he lied to protect me. Gummy. I know he didn't kill Daddy.
Don't cry. Faraday would be sad if he saw you crying.
I'm not crying. Not anymore.
Kay.
Oh, it's the mister from before, and the lady too.
Don't you think it would be a good idea to go home for the time being?
You're not involved with the investigation, so it's for the best if you do.
Yo, what's up, Kylo? What's up, Kyle? Good to see you again. Welcome. Good to see you again. Welcome back. Happy Thursday. It's Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth Day. How you doing?
Actually, I'm Uncle Bad's assistant, so I'm related to the investigation.
Is that so, Detective Bad? Yeah, I guess.
What? You were just scolding us like kids to not mess up the crime scene, and now you let this child run free? Why?
People are free to investigate things outside of the actual crime scene. You also had a few things she wanted to look into. Got a problem with that? I don't have a problem with that. But I am curious as to what Miss Yu is looking into.
Uncle Bad, I'm gonna go look somewhere else now, okay?
Alright. I'm counting on you.
Oh, that's right! Hey, mister!
Yes? What is it?
I know Gummy really isn't the bad guy. I mean it. So, please, find the real bad guy, okay?
I won't forgive whoever did this. But in the absence of the perfect piece of testimony and evidence, there is no one else who could be the true culprit other than Detective Gumshoe. She wandered off while I was pondering. People often do that. Why? Oh, it's a mystery that I will never solve. One of the windows in this lobby is open as well. The air conditioner is working just fine in this room, so why did they open it, I wonder? Curious. Plant? This decorative plant's leaves are shinier than the ones in the plant in lobby number 2.
That's probably because it is next to the windows where it is easier to photosynthesize.
You may be right. Plus, the curtains are always drawn in lobby number 2.
The caretakers of this courthouse don't think enough about the plants, do they?
That's because they're the courthouse's caretakers and not a bunch of botanists. Botanists. Do you pronounce the T or not when you're doing that accent? Botanists. Alright, look at this window. Look at this window. I can see down the courthouse courtyard from here.
What is that mess supposed to be? It's like an optical illusion.
I believe it's supposed to be postmodern in design.
More like thoughtlessness in design.
Oh! Take that, architects. I can't disagree there. I can't disagree. This television is the same model as the one in the defendant lobby number 2. Looks like there are 2 rooms that are basically the same in terms of layout and supplies. Yes. The 2 rooms are basically the same, huh? Write that down, write that down. Oh, no. It may not look like much, but I find that ordinary tables like this one are very useful. I think it's time they bought a new one. I wonder if they will replace this table if I hit it enough with my whip. A much too heavy-handed method if I ever saw one. You're not one for the simple kind. What an incredibly strong-scented herbal tea. I fear that more than being relaxed, this scent may make one a bit heady. Make one a bit heady instead. Heady? You put in a special request for that. No wonder she's so violent. If she's been drinking this stuff the whole time. Neither woman should be allowed to comment on this particular topic. Ever. Oh, Edgeworth hates women. Edgeworth, how could you? That expensive painting is ill-suited to be hanging on the wall of this room. I wonder if a guard detail should be placed on it. Why do you say that? Well, a desperate low-paid detective might make off with it someday. You never know. She may be thinking about hiring a guard, but it's obvious she isn't factoring in that guard's salaries whatsoever. What, shut up about salary. How much do you get paid, buddy, huh? How much you get paid? Oops. No. Start and stopper. I don't want to... I saw that system up there. I'm like, nope. What's in it for you, buddy, huh? How much you getting paid? He only has eyes for Phoenix. As do the developers as well. That think so. Alright. Detective Bad. Detective Bad, what exactly was Kay searching for? Nothing that concerns you, boy. Oh? And I suppose it has something to do with Kay? It does, because she's Faraday's daughter. Anyway, hurry up and get to the point. I don't have time to waste. I need more time looking at my handsome, chiseled jaw. It sounds like he'd rather be left alone. I have something I'd like to confirm with you once again. I don't have anything to say to you. Yes, you do. Be that as it may, we still have questions that we need answers to. Now then, first of all, what is the overpowering smell that is permeating this room? Upon entering this room, I thought I was going to suffocate. I was gasping for air. It's that ultra-strong perfume you wears. She spilled some of it. I was having a bad time of it myself. I didn't think twice and opened the window. Ah, but that smell's still here. Perfume, huh? So the sweet scent in the air is perfume. Well, it's giving off quite a stench. I bet it's some cheap no-name brand. She said it's a famous brand from overseas. It's a knockoff. Yes, definitely a knockoff. No disrespect, but she forced one of those bottles on me. Here, little girl. You can have it. I was born for a much more expensive and refined perfume. However, seeing as how you just happen to have a spare, I suppose I'll take it. Miles Edgeworth, you will hold on to this bottle without fail. Why can't she ever be honest about her wants and needs? Misused perfume. Perfume given too bad by you. Same perfume as the one spilled in lobby number 1. So now we have the perfume Miss Yu wears. Just fantastic. Is that all you wanted to talk about? If so, I'm going back to investigating. Actually, I still have a few other things I wish to inquire about. Alright. During the recess. So you were in this room the entire recess? Like I said, I made a call to the precinct to get that big lug down here. But other than that, I was waiting for the recess to end in here. At least your story is consistent. Earlier you stated that you were in the lobby with Miss Yu. Yeah, I ran into her in the hallway. She said she wanted to talk to me about something, so we came in here. And then she pulled on my... No, well, what? Then, what she was saying is that until Detective Gumshoe's arrival, you and Miss Yu were in 2 different locations? Guess I am. Interesting. Speaking of that lawyer, she seems to have a great dislike for you. Oof. Let's see, Miss Yu is the sister of the victim of the KG8 incident. And as I recall, Detective Bad was the lead detective on the case. I wonder if the reason for the disdain isn't simply because you failed to guard Cece, but because you were the lead detective on the case. You knew? Pull down your what? 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 What did I say? Who said that? What? Who? What? You're crazy. Oh, it's Edgeworth. I also know that today's trial involving the Kodopian embassy staff member is being referred to as the second KG-8 incident. Must be the wind. Yep, exactly. Absolutely. Now then, detective, I believe it's time you were honest with me and told me the truth behind your relationship with Miss Yu and Mr. Faraday and the KG-8 incident. If you already know that much, I guess it'd be alright to tell you. Alright. Me! Did somebody say Jollibee? Yes, it was. Before we do that though, let's talk to Francisca. See what she has to say. Notice anything? What is this smell that has permeated the air? It's sweet and flowery, although at this strength, I'm likely to suffocate from it. I can't conduct an investigation under these circumstances. We need to open a window and air this room out. I demand that you open a window right now. Hurry! Francisca, one of the windows is already open. I can see that. All right. Now we continue to talk. Any spaghetti or pineapple juice? Oh, did you get it? Yeah, did you get any of that? Oh, dude. Jollibee tomorrow? Oh no, tomorrow's Friday. We can't eat meat. No meat tomorrow. All right, KG-8 incident. You got both? Yes. Share? Now then, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the KG-8 incident. Hey, Dustin, how are you? How are we? Doing good, man. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in on SharePlay. We're playing Ace Attorney Investigation Smiles Edgeworth, the 4th game in the Phoenix Wright universe. How are you? Welcome in. Just doing some voice acting. Loving it, enjoying it. We're at the end of we're nearing the end of this case here. And we have one more case after this. I'm not a big fan of Jollibee spaghetti. What? Take him out. Take him out. Get him out of here. Revoke his VIP. Can I do... Is there un-VIP? Hold on. If there's VIP, is there un-VIP? There is. I'm not going to do that. It's an acquired taste? No, it's a taste that everyone should enjoy. Everyone has to enjoy. What? That's it. Un-VIP right now. And I'm serious. No. It's not exactly a happy story. Other than the people who were directly involved, you two will be the first to hear what I'm about to tell. Oh, exclusive information. Listen up, everybody. A lollipop! It was a lollipop the entire... Have we seen that? It was a lollipop the entire time. What the hell? It was a sucker. The honest truth behind the KG-8 incident. Faraday, you, and I, as you already know, we three were involved with the KG-8 incident. Faraday and I, we were originally on the trail of a smuggling ring. You mean the smuggling case involving one of the Amano Group's secretaries? That trial was just a front. A facade? Yeah, but the case became tainted. All because the witness who was going to testify about the Amano Group's ties to the smuggling ring, CCU, was killed. Then what became of the secretary who was arrested? His name was Colin Devoret. Oh my goodness, from last case? Oh, wow. He was arrested then, huh? To be honest, the guy didn't know a thing about the smuggling ring. But he confessed to knowing about it anyway. Devoret was probably being intimidated by the big boss man. Just another scapegoat. He doesn't promote smoking, that's right. The boss man of the Amano Group? He can't seriously mean Mr. Ernest Amano. That can't be right. It's probably just Detective Bad's personal hypothesis. What is he trying to do, suspecting Mr. Amano of being involved with smuggling?
I suppose it would have been quite difficult to secure an acquittal after he confessed. But the man who killed CCU, Manny Cochin, was a completely different person. But since he's already been acquitted once of her murder, Mr. Faraday, how could you have let him go?
If I remember correctly, I heard that Mr. Faraday had an important piece of evidence stolen from him. That wasn't Faraday's fault. It was mine. I wasn't vigilant enough. Faraday, Cece, I was supposed to protect them both. Monsieur did mention that as well, about how Detective Bad was supposed to guard his sister. But even I, who was supposed to protect them, I fell into their trap.
What kind of a trap? A mouse trap? The board game that I never had but saw a lot of commercials about?
The holes in this jacket are a testament to that trap.
You mean, you were fired upon? You were shot at many times in one gunfight?
No. Only about half of these are from that case. But the reason I continue to wear this jacket is to remind myself of the lessons I learned from the KG-8 incident. I see. I couldn't protect CCU, and the suspect was found not guilty. We had hit a brick wall, as far as the law was concerned. And that's when she came to the courtroom. The victim's sister. That's when I first met Callisto Yu. Relation to you? About when you first met Miss Yu. It was on the day the verdict of the KG-8 incident was handed down, was it not? Yes. Faraday and I. We apologized to her from the bottom of our hearts. It was all we could do. But just saying you're sorry won't bring my sister back, she said. And then she gave me a hard slap across the face.
Well, she certainly had a lot of self-control to stop at just a slap. If it was me, not even 100 lashes would have been punishment enough.
I suppose not.
Dude!
You said it herself.
Oh, he did put it back. I called him out and he put it back.
You said it herself, that she never wanted to see either of us ever again. But after that, you've seen her many times over, correct? Yeah, Faraday and I, even after the KG-8 incident had come to a close, we continued to hunt down the smuggling ring and got involved in a variety of cases. But it was no use. We cracked so many different cases. But the result was always the same. We couldn't find the real mastermind behind the ring.
Is the ring really that big?
It has to be, dude. It was in the pursuit of the ring that we met you once again. It was during another trial related to the smuggling ring. Faraday was the prosecutor, and I, as the lead detective, took to the witness stand. She appeared out of the blue as the defense attorney. Oh, her client was related to the smuggling ring, and she was defending them? Oh, her client was related to the smuggling ring, and she was defending them? Yeah. You was pursuing the ring as best as she could as a lawyer. I think she defended Rel this time, for the same reason.
Come to think of it, Monsieur did say something to the same effect.
Bad had it really bad. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I have my own agenda. I'm still not for leads regarding the KG-8 incident, alright?
And for that you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer?
Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rel was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him, ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. It doesn't matter what the reason is. Helping a criminal is just despicable.
You're so naive, little girl. I could have stolen this lollipop from you. That's how naive you are.
How dare you insult the daughter of a Von Karma?
Just like us. You felt that she had hit the limit of what the law could do. That's all. The law is merely a tool. There is no limit to it. Only the skill of the craftsman. You two are still too young, but one day you'll know what I mean. But enough sidetracking. What matters is that we met you again in pursuit of the smuggling ring. That's all. Okay. Relation to Faraday. So what was your relation to Mr. Faraday? You even seem to know Kay fairly well. I met him when he was a rookie prosecutor. Known him ever since. And Kay, I've known her since the day she was born. Faraday and we cracked quite a few cases together. But you two seem to have made no progress at all in the Yatakarasu case.
Did we touch a nerve? Idiot.
I only have one thing to say to you. No one knew more about the Yatakarasu than me and Faraday. That's why I was called upon to testify in today's trial, to prove that Rel was not the real Yatakarasu, which I would have done if he hadn't turned around and accused Faraday. After the accusation, I was asked to testify, but this time, to prove or disprove the accusation. But I guess I won't be doing that either. I sense that there's more to that statement than meets the eye. Perhaps a bit more digging into the Yatakarasu is what's necessary.
Let's ask about the Yatakarasu.
You claim to know much about the Yatakarasu. Would you care to share what you know with me? What you two should be looking for right now is proof of murderous intent towards Faraday and Rel. I agree, which is exactly why I'm asking you about the Yatakarasu. What? The KG8 incident and this second KG8 incident, both of these cases are tied to the smuggling ring. And in both of these cases, the witness who was to testify about the ring was murdered. However, there is one point in which they differ, and that is the presence or absence of the great thief Yatakarasu. Mr. Rel claimed to be the Yatakarasu. However, in the middle of the trial, he suddenly declared Mr. Faraday to be the real Yatakarasu. Then, during the recess, they were both killed. Don't you find that to be the least bit odd?
Miles Edgeworth, I am over here now. Stop beating around the bush and just spit it out already.
I believe that there must be some reason that the two men suspected of being the Yatakarasu were both killed at the same time. A reason, huh?
And so, in order to catch Mr. Faraday's and Mr. Oh. So why did Francisca isn't even on screen. Why'd I go to her voice?
Good point, that Edgy. Yeah, exactly. And so, in order to catch Mr. Faraday's and Mr. Rel's cold-blooded killer, I feel that I need to learn as much as I can about the Yatakarasu. If it will help you solve this case, then I'll tell you. I'll tell you the reason why we've never caught the Yatakarasu.
What was that sudden outburst for? You almost made me whip you by accident.
Ooh! It still accidentally whipped me anyway. Accidentally.
Good old Edgy. Edgy poo.
There are three main reasons why the Yatakarasu will always be one step ahead. First, the Yatakarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatakarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. Third, the Yatakarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind. Ever. I see. So those are the Yatakarasu's special traits.
Sounds like an incredibly elusive thief.
The Yatakarasu has never been caught on tape, never tries to draw anyone's attention, and would never do something as lowbrow as commit murder. That's how I knew that Rel wasn't the real Yatakarasu right away.
But you can't use that sort of logic on its own to prove that he wasn't.
Listen, little girl, I'm not done talking yet. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police, and the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kadopian embassy, the Yatakarasu. It's about the vibes. With vibes on the line and $40,000. The Yatakarasu sent the evidence? Until now, the Yatakarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others knew about. In that case, how can you be so sure that it was the Yatagarasu who sent it? That's easy. A special card that only the Yatagarasu uses was attached. And that's how I can be so sure. And just what sort of card is it? Here, take a look at this. Have a look at this article. We've seen this one before. Yatagarasu haunts embassy. The noble Yatagarasu, vigilante of the business world, reappears. Whenever the Yatagarasu wants to publicize something, a white card is sent along with the stolen information. But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was. Ah, and that's how Detective Bad knew that Mr. Rel was a phony. Thank you very much. I have a much better understanding of the Yatagarasu now. Oh?
Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, yes?
His Honor would like to transfer the evidence from today's trial over to you. So if you could please head over to the courtroom, it'd be much appreciated, sir.
Understood. I'll be there shortly. Detective Bad, what does the law mean to you?
Yo, what's up, Bunny? Good to see you again. Welcome in. Thanks for tuning in. It's Edgeworth Day. It's Edgy Poo Day. How you doing? Welcome in. Happy Thursday.
Finding the answer to that question is the only reason I'm still alive. I became a prosecutor to find the answer to that question myself, and to play a part in ensuring that all criminals everywhere are found guilty.
Everywhere. Whoa! Back of the judge. The judge's bald head.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth.
It appears that his owner is still a bit dispirited.
For the first time today, I experienced what it's like to stand at the witness stand. I now have a greater appreciation for just how hard it is to give testimony.
Well, there's no reason for you to be all depressed about it, Your Honor. As a judge, no one expects you to think about anything other than the verdict.
Francisca, there's no need to further depress his honor.
But I'm not trying to, Miles. I'm just, bringing his spirit down.
Your Honor. Your Honor, I've come to collect the evidence that was to be transferred to me. Your Honor, the evidence?
Your Honor! Oh! You! Yes, can I help you?
I'd like to collect the evidence now, sir.
Your Honor, do you think you can stay focused long enough to at least do your job?
Yes, I'm sorry. And I would, except that the defense attorney has yet to arrive.
She is busy with the investigation, so let's keep this brief, shall we?
Very well. In that case, please confirm that all the pieces of evidence are present. Furthermore, the evidence that was used in the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel are also included, so please go ahead and use them in your investigation into their case.
Understood, Your Honor. The pieces of evidence that were used in the murder of those two men. This could be a very good chance for me to find new leads regarding their case, and maybe even something that will finally lead me to the truth.
I placed all the evidence over on the prosecutor's bench for you.
I see. Thank you very much. I will go and confirm that they are all accounted for. Okay, anything else here? We appear that the judge is still a bit dispirited.
Stop that! You're being so depressing!
Whoa!
You should listen to her, Your Honor, before things go from bad to worse. Although it can't really get much worse for him other than to be whipped by her.
I mean, that's happened already, so oh my god. Why does this game have stutters, dude? Why? Is there shader compilation? I don't get it. What is this over here?
Evidence that Miss Yu prepared is just sitting here on this table.
You know you can't just walk off with that, right?
Of course I do.
Damn, it's okay, Your Honor. You know the thing that people do to make people feel guilty about them, or like ask about what's wrong? They'll be like, oh, and then,
Hey, thank you, Artie. Thank you. Yeah, dude, no worries. Enjoy. It is going well. Thank you for lurking. Thank you very much. Miss Yu must have been caught off guard by her client's sudden accusation. I wonder how she would have defended Miss Rel in that case if he was still alive. I could look at the stand. It's the witness stand. Oh, that? I hate it. the sigh. I'll make sure that each and every person that ever stands here will be found guilty. There are others besides the defendant that stand at this podium, you know. I don't care. Just make sure you never end up standing at one of these, or you'll be sorry. I'll keep that in mind. It's saying your attention farming isn't gonna work on me. Oh yeah, you're saying it. Yeah. You could tell, because they'll be looking up and around for someone to notice. So this is the evidence related to today's Kodopian embassy trial from Mr. Faraday's bag. You mean that evidence bag that was on the table in lobby number 2, right? Yes, finally we can now take a look at the evidence itself, and not just data about them. Let's be sure to thoroughly examine them while we have the time. Agreed. I want to take a good look at all the evidence from the embassy murder, too. And why is that? Because I still don't fully understand what today's trial was about. Ugh! Don't point your crop at me just because you don't know something. And don't you try to order me around just because Papa chose you today. I see someone is still sore about not being picked by Mr. Von Kama. It's also real to see the knife up close. So we have the knife, the gun, an envelope, and what's this organizer doing here?
Oh, that's right! I completely forgot to tell you.
About what, Your Honor?
They found Mr. Faraday's personal organizer inside the evidence bag of his. Detective Vad requested it be passed along to you. He said it would help the investigation.
Detective Vad said that? What a strange stroke of luck. Well, never look a gift horse in the mouth. We might as well flip through it, too. Yo, what's up, Hi-Fi? Good to see you. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Oh, that's a big one. It didn't show up during in my chat program here. Thank you very much. Hello from Threads. Thank you for following from Threads. Thank you. I appreciate it. How you doing? Welcome in. Is that Columbo? Or is that the streamer themselves from this channel? I know I've seen a little bit of Columbo, but I'm doing well. How about you? Doing well myself. Got a little bit of work done today, working on OBS stuff. And we're playing Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth, which is the 4th game in the Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright's universe. It's after the original trilogy, so this is technically the 4th game. Yeah, it is Columbo. I just know someone who loves Columbo a lot, so I've seen the jacket before. But yeah, welcome. There is spoilers, by the way. We're pretty much we're far into this game now. We're on the 4th case. There's only 1 case left after this. So if spoilers are a concern to you, then I would advise. But welcome. We're happy to have you, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Okay, let's continue. I've been doing a lot of voice acting, so it's gonna be a little bit hell on my voice, but I think I'll manage. Milk and Granny, yes. All right. So let's see. Let's go from top to bottom here, and then we'll look at the organizer last. Let's look at the gun. This gun. It was originally used to kill the Kodopian embassy staff member. When the crime was reported, the responding police found Mr. Rail still holding it, which led to his immediate arrest. And then this gun took the original shooter's life. How ironic. Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything else we can learn from this piece of evidence. Okay. The knife. And yes, as Randy demonstrated, you could also catch Pokemon. When they appear, you can catch them using channel points. There's also stuff you can do with channel points as well. Other things you can do. But for now, we'll spawn another Pokemon and see who wants to take that. It's the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday.
Who would have thought that there's such a beautiful piece of art could be used for such a cruel act?
Lizard.
Yep, lizard as well. And it's never crossed your mind that you use your riding crop for the wrong purpose? Meteor happens. Mr. Faraday's organizer. It appears he was in the habit of using it.
It looks like he wrote his strategy for getting Mr. Rail convicted down in here.
Oh, shoot. I have collected the evidence I need to prove that Rail was the killer. Between the handgun Rail had on him when he was arrested and the surveillance tape, I should be able to prove that he was the one. Oh. And the surveillance tape. Oh, we haven't looked at surveillance yet, I don't think. It appears that Mr. Faraday honestly believed that Mr. Rail was the killer in the case. The sound of his handgun going off was recorded with superb clarity on the surveillance video. I also have evidence that I can use to prove that Rail was not the real Yatagarasu. It would also appear that he had proof that Mr. Rail was not the Yatagarasu. No matter how he may try to play it, as long as I have the Yatagarasu's key, I could prove he's a phony. If I present it to him in court, it should clear everything up. And he apparently also had a very definitive piece of evidence. A key. It's been a long battle. I hope that this will finally bring it to an end. Yes, I believe that Mr. Faraday was well prepared. Discredit any claim Mr. Rail may have made about being the real Yatagarasu.
And he had a way to prove that Mr. Rail was the guilty party in the embassy murder.
His organizer is a clue straight from Mr. Faraday. I'll have to take my time and give it a thorough read later. Okay. Got that down?
Look, there's a picture stuck between these pages here.
Oh, that's the key. It appears to be a key.
And a rather ornate one at that. Just look at the design on the handle.
The craftsmanship is superb. Could this be the Yatagarasu's key that Mr. Faraday mentioned in his organizer?
The Yatagarasu's key?
Detective Bad said something earlier. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police, and the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kodopian embassy, the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu sent the evidence? Until now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others knew about. Just noticed on your profile that you're also Canadian. Yes, sir! I keep ending up in Canadian Twitch channels by complete accident. Well, yeah, well, welcome. You're ending up in a lot more than I do. And Canada does rock, yes. Well, welcome. Oh, Newfoundland! Whoa! Hey! That's somewhere I've always wanted to visit. I'll be honest. Well, hello from Toronto. Or as we say, Toronto. Because we don't have time to say the full thing. Hello, fellow Canadian. Great voice acting, by the way. Thank you. I try. Oh, hi! Whoa! That's a big one. That's a big one. Thank you. I'll have to check that channel out myself. Conquer Chimera. Chimera. It's just like... I can do it here, too. I can do it like... I can do that.
Mr. Faraday must have been trying to keep this secret key safe.
As the prosecutor on both the Yatagarasu and smuggling ring cases, that's to be expected. Got the key in the organizer. That's odd.
What is it?
Mr. Faraday didn't mention anything about a knife in his organizer.
That certainly is odd.
The weapon that was used to kill the Kodopian embassy staff member was the gun. But if that's the case, then where did the knife that was used to murder Mr. Faraday come from?
Isn't it obvious? It was brought into the courthouse by Mr. Rail. That's the only logical conclusion, right?
No, because it's not that easy to smuggle a weapon like that in here. Every person who enters the courtroom doors is checked thoroughly for contraband. Furthermore, the suspect was handcuffed, making it impossible for him to bring a knife as large as this inside.
In that case, how do you suppose this knife ended up inside the courthouse, huh? You tell me! If you're such a smarty pants!
I need to think carefully here. There's nothing related to the knife written anywhere in Mr. Faraday's organizer. However, it is a fact that this knife came from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Conversely, there is one item listed in Mr. Faraday's organizer that no one has claimed to have seen today. So in order to solve this mystery, I believe I will need to take another good look at the evidence.
Miles Edgeworth, can I take the fact that you have yet to answer me to mean that you don't have an answer for me?
Shut up! Actually, I do know the answer, Francisca.
What? Then what is it?
One of the pieces of evidence we've been holding has been hiding a secret of its own. And it was through this piece of evidence that the knife was brought into the courthouse. Sorry, Jerome, the frog is cuter. Oh. Yeah, well, I'm not looking very cute right now when I go... Come on, I could be cute too. Maybe, I don't know. Such a clever way to smuggle a knife? Which one? Which one, though? Oops, sorry, hold on. Where are we right now? Blah. Oh, the key? Oh, wait, you're right. Maybe you're right. Now, maybe if you shave your facial hair... No, it's my defining characteristic. I can't do that. The last time I did that, everybody was terrified. And I never did it again. It was for charity, though. It was for a good cause. And speaking of good causes, we are indeed raising money for Dames for Games. So if you'd like to donate, if you're feeling generous, then you can use the pinned chat message up there or scan these QR codes. Either will take you to the same link. This Yatakarasu's key Mr. Faraday mentions in his organizer. This is how the knife was brought into the courthouse.
You're not making any sense, Miles Edgeworth.
You just need to look a bit closer, Francisca, to see what I mean. Don't the color and ornamentation of the key's handle remind you of anything?
They do remind me of the knife.
Very good. Both the Yatakarasu's key in this photo and the murderous knife have this very unique design on their handles. That's right. Furthermore, even though Mr. Faraday mentions the Yatakarasu's key, the only object we found at the crime scene was the knife.
You don't seriously mean to say...
Yes, I do. It appears that you've finally caught up. And yes, I do mean when I say that these two pieces are, in fact, one and the same.
But that's impossible! I'm French now!
Even if that is what you believe, we should still investigate this possibility. Now then, let us examine this knife in a little more detail. It's the weapon that was used to kill Mr. Faraday. The handle and the blade itself both have beautiful designs worked into them.
Look, there's even a flower-shaped design in the gold section here. If this hadn't been used as a tool for murder, I'd want it myself.
She seems to be drawn to the embellishments. Too bad this isn't mine to give. Okay. We got that. So next is
Ads playing in 5 seconds!
Ads playing soon, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Anything else here? Oh, what's this? Oh!
I can't believe it turned into a key! To think there was such a trick to this thing!
So the weapon used to kill Mr. Faraday is actually the key the Yatakarasu stole. This piece of information is more critical than anything we've learned up until now. Yes, dude, let's go.
Frankly, I'm shocked.
Mr. Faraday only mentioned the key aspect of this piece of evidence in his organizer. It's possible that even he had no idea the key was hiding a knife blade inside.
But if that's true, then only someone who knew about the key to knife trick could have killed Mr. Faraday.
Even among law enforcement, this key was top secret. We're looking for someone who knew even more about the key than even Mr. Faraday. meaning that the only person it could be is the one who sent the key in the first place, the great thief Yatagarasu.
Then maybe Mr. Rel really was the Yatagarasu, and he was the one who killed Mr. Faraday. Isn't that one possible scenario?
No, not really, especially since Mr. Faraday was absolutely convinced that Mr. Rel was not the Yatagarasu. Okay, ads are gonna run in just a bit. So if you don't want to get ads, watch on another platform other than Twitch. But until then, get some water, get some snacks, get a good stretch in. I'm actually gonna go get some more water myself. I should have been drinking this cup the entire time, but managed to only get half in. The Magnemite broke free. The Magnemite broke free. Oops. Can't see. I can't see. All right, when we come back, folks, more investigations, more investigating, and then we tell Francisca all about
Ads starting
this.
now.
All right, I'm gonna go get some more water, and I will be right back. Enjoy chair gaming. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, gonna shower. Enjoy your shower. Enjoy water and enjoy water at shower. Enjoy water in 2 places. Good time for fruits and snack break. Fruit is awesome, dude. Oops. Hold on. I forgot to do this. I agree. I concur. Which sounds like you'd be like which sounds like you were disagreeing with what I said, but no, concur is to agree. Bananas and avocados. I'm not an avocado kind of guy, really. I'm not what the people complain about when they say you Zoomers in your avocado toast. I love bananas though. Bananas are great. But for some reason I can never eat more than probably 2 a day. Did they say Zoomers? Oh, millennials. Did I say Zoomers? I meant millennials. I meant millennials. My bad. You're right. Yeah, not really an avocado guy. I go to Chipotle, they have option for guac, avocado. I don't get it. No, I don't get I don't get it. I understand avocado, but I don't get it on my order. Hey, welcome back from ads, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I never do avocado option because it's extra money. So, you know what? Fair. But even if I did get it for free, I wouldn't get it. Maybe if it was among a sea of other things, like Chipotle, if it didn't cost extra. All right. We're back. Time to investigate some more. Here we go. Besides, as Detective Bad said earlier, but when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card. Rel had no idea what it was.
I see. Alright then, I guess the person who knows the trick behind this key is someone else, and that person is the real Yatagarasu.
It seems that this key is truly the key to solving this case.
Knife data updated.
Weapon used to kill Faraday has secret ability to change into key the Yatagarasu sent. It's very elaborate. Okay, and now we check this organizer. I took a quick look through these documents before the trial started.
Well, I wasn't even afforded the opportunity to skim it.
I suppose I should explain it to you then.
Yes, you should. Perfectly and in its entirety, if you please.
On the night of September 8th, an embassy staff member was killed in front of the embassy. The staff member died of shock due to being shot in the heart. Macrel. His name gets me every time. Macrel was brought in that night as a suspect and thoroughly questioned, because the murder weapon was found on him, for which he was arrested on the spot.
A simpleton of a man, that's what he was.
Perhaps he was, for the weapon wasn't the only incriminating evidence we had. Mr. Rel was caught in the act on film by a security camera. He was an even bigger simpleton. Oh. Excuse me.
He was an even bigger simpleton than I thought. I can't believe he didn't notice a security camera.
The Kotopian embassy security system is supposedly very well designed. He may have simply not been aware that there was his camera in the area.
So, have you seen the contents of the video for yourself?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, the surveillance video the security camera took was played during the trial by Mr. Faraday. He can clearly identify Mr. Rel on it. Even the sound of the gunshot was crystal clear.
So the footage included sound, huh? It's one of those it's one of those moving pictures with sound on them.
Francisca, how old are you?
I don't think I'd ever want to see the moment of someone's death in real life.
Me neither.
Well, thanks to the internet.
That's odd. We're short one piece of evidence. And the piece that's missing is the surveillance video that was played in court.
The surveillance video? How could a piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go?
The video showing the moment in which Mr. Rel committed the murder. Where could it have gone indeed?
Are you done with your inspection of the evidence?
Yes, I'm finished. However, Your Honor, I am missing a single piece of prosecutorial evidence.
Your Honor, were you derelict in your duties?
What? No! I dare not look at my duties! What do you take me for?
No, Your Honor. The most important piece of evidence in today's trial. An ice cream cone. A surveillance video is not amongst the evidence you laid out for me.
But I brought Mr. Faraday's whole bag with me from the crime scene. Maybe the tape is still somewhere at the crime scene.
There's something wrong here. Something about this missing piece of evidence. It would appear that for me to find the answers I seek, I will have to pay another visit to the scene of the crime, defendant lobby number 2. Oh? Oh. Oh.
Oh! Hey, dude! Well, looky who we have here.
What the hell? He started out here? That's Detective Bad. But who is he with?
I've never seen that officer before.
So, did you find it? No, not yet. And I've looked everywhere. I see. Well then, please continue with the search. Understood. I'll continue the search. So you're the one running the show. Prosecutors like you should be burning in hell, shouldn't even be allowed at crime scenes. How dare you? Just who do you think you are? Running around leaving scars. And there he goes. Wow. First impression. What was that all about? And who was that man just now?
Well, whoever he was, I've never seen a more impudent officer in my life. Why are we stuttering?
Does he even know that we're standing right here behind him? I know you're standing right behind me. What do you want, kids?
It looks like you were paying attention after all.
I have a mirror, idiots. Of course I was. I have eyes in the back of my head. Ah, so that mirror isn't for vanity's sake. It's for him to keep an eye on who or what is behind him at all times. I think you're looking into it too much, Edgeworth. So tell me, Detective Bad, who was that rude man just now? The guy came here from the Republic of Shangfa to study. He's Agent Lang. He's trying... There's no one behind you, dude. He's trying everything he can to revive the lost honor of his family. He's traveling the world to study different philosophies of attainment from scratch. By visiting various police departments around the world, he has a lot of dedication. He's still just a rookie cop, but I sense a strong grudge of some sort from him. The guy's more useful than Gumshoe, even if he is rude.
Well, he sure has a lot of guts to come to this country and give prosecutors a hard time.
I agree. However, I can think of one young lady that statement also applies to. Oh! Is you? No, I got it. Francisco. Anyway, what was that agent looking for, Detective Bad?
Earlier, the little girl was poking around in lobby number 1 as well.
Like I said before, it's got nothing to do with the two of you. I highly doubt that has nothing to do with me. Fine. If this is the game I must play, then I will take this opportunity to draw out what he's been hiding and what happened in this room straight from him. Oh? Do we need to look at stuff again? Let's look around.
That is one tiny TV.
Tiny? Oh, no. Detective Gumshoe was rather shocked at this and said it is huge compared to his own.
Ha! Anything you compare with something he owns is always seem grandiose.
Speaking of grandiose, I'd say that ego of yours could use a little deflating. Like a balloon.
Was this table here all along?
I suppose so. What?
Well, clearly it's out of place. When you take the sofa into consideration, the table is much too tall.
I get the impression the two are not meant to be used as a set, Francisca.
I knew that!
It seems she's lost her calm sense of judgment in her eagerness to defeat me. And she never has. Oops! I need to go back in. I haven't done that before. Okay, let's look at this again. I wonder if the killer used these plastic bags in a flash of inspiration.
With that detective, I somehow doubt he's that quick-witted.
So you're saying that the crime was thought out in advance?
With that detective, I somehow doubt he's capable of making such a complex plan.
Francisca, when will you learn to take responsibility for your statements? For your actions? Oh, dude. Dude, I'm sick of this. Okay. This decorative plant's foliage is quite nice. It's actually soothing to be around it. Perhaps I should purchase one for my room. Okay. That's all. The curtains are shut tight.
The color of those curtains is rather gloomy. For a place where people's lives are in the balance, they could have chosen to hang something a little more cheery, you know?
I know. However, I think the designer had more things to think about than the lobbies.
Well, as a Von Karma, I would afford any location related to the law extra attention to detail.
A bit obsessive, aren't we? Obsessive-compulsive disorder. I suppose it's impossible to enter or exit through these windows thanks to these bars.
I suppose you're right.
Actually, that's not true. I bet a person of small stature could slip in. Francisca, would you care to help me test my theory? Woo! Drat, I must remember to be more tactful around the vertically challenged. The vertically challenged. How tall are you compared to Francisca? Back to back? How tall is she? It could be that these guys are like, Edgeworth's like 7 foot. I don't know. Earlier you were in lobby number 1, and now you're here in lobby number 2. You are quite the busy man, Detective Bad. Multiple returns to a crime scene brings about success. That's what we detectives say. I see. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I asked about what happened again, correct? Vertically challenged, that hits home. Hey! Haha! I'm 5'10". I have been since high school. I don't have anything left to say to you, boy. Boy? You'll see. I will draw my answer from you one way or another.
Would it kill you to help us even a tiny bit in our investigation?
I gave Faraday's notebook to the judge earlier. That's help enough, don't you think? Ugh. Please, we are asking for you just a bit more of your cooperation. Don't push me, kid. Okay, hold on. Francisca, what do you want to say?
It does look like Detective Bad is searching for something.
Indeed, I'm curious as to what it could be myself. Maybe I should just ask him. Okay. Oh, I don't want this. Talk to him. Just talk to him. There we go. Time of the murder. I'd like to ask once again about what happened around here at the time of the crime. I refuse to answer. Any more investigating you do would be a waste of time. What? Besides, how am I supposed to answer questions about things I don't know about?
Things you don't know about? Aren't you supposed to know everything?
He should. Wait, is it possible? Maybe he doesn't know about the trick behind that piece of evidence. I should try showing it to him. It may prove to be the key to getting some answers from Detective Bad. Alright. Let's show that. Everybody show that knife! The key, right? This one. Detective Bad. Did you know of the existence of the item in this photograph? Of course I did. It's my job to know everything related to the Yatagarasu case. In that case, let me ask you something. Did you know that the knife that killed Mr. Faraday and this Yatagarasu's key are one and the same? What? That's impossible!
It looks like he didn't know after all.
This piece of evidence, which we call the Yatagarasu's key, is actually a well-camouflaged knife. Mr. Faraday was planning to use this Yatagarasu's key to prove that Mr. Rel was not the real Yatagarasu. Isn't that correct? I guess so. One hot shower later. What knife? What? All I see is a key. Yeah, so before the ad break, we found out that the knife could turn to the key, vice versa. Yeah. Welcome back, Randy. Welcome back. Was it a nice shower? Not too hot of a shower. You're gonna dry your skin out. So in the organizer, in Mr. Faraday's organizer, he said that he has the Yatagarasu's key, which we saw the picture of the key, but we only had the knife. But it turns out the knife can turn to the key. However, Mr. Faraday had no idea that it was, in fact, a knife. Yeah, I have to admit, neither one of us knew that fact. And if neither of us knew, then no one in law enforcement knew either. How did we miss something as big as this? I noticed that since a little while ago, you appear to be searching for something. I presume that this key is what you were searching for. Yeah, that's right. And why were you searching for it? Because I promised Faraday. I promised that I'd protect that key with my life. But after he was killed, the key disappeared from Faraday's evidence bag. Who would have thought that the key is what took Faraday's life? Detective Bad. So that we may find the truth, please, testify for me once more. Alright. But it doesn't matter how many times I tell you about what happened. Nothing will change. Okay. Then we shall do that. Time of the murder. Detective Bad, I ask that you please testify once more about what happened in lobby number 2 and what you experienced in lobby number 1. My answer is still the same. And this is the last time I'm going to do this. That's fine, because I only need this one last time to clear everything up and find the truth behind this case. Alright, here we go. Here we go! Detective Bad's movements. I hope not the bowel variety. I was in lobby number 1, talking with you. We were talking about some trivial things. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. When we heard it, you and I immediately dashed out into the hallway together. I saw Gumshoe goofing around there, and then we all ran into lobby number 2.
It sounds like the exact same story he told us before.
Indeed. However, I feel that we have yet to draw out all the information that we can. Okay. I was in lobby number 1 talking with you.
Hold it!
Why did Miss Yu choose lobby number 1? Answer me! Who knows? She just said that she had something she wanted to talk to me about. And we walked into lobby number 1 together. That's all. So his answer remains the same as before, I see. We were talking about some trivial things. Oh? Not being specific, are we? I was hoping you could expand on what exactly you were discussing with Miss Yu. Trivial stuff. It was nothing important. That's for me to decide. Hey, yo, can't stay long, but I really hope you're enjoying the game. Edgeworth is my fave. What's up, Raibaru? Thank you so much. I am enjoying the game thus far. Thank you for dropping in. How you doing? Edgeworth is my fave. Yeah, well, he is a handsome dude. And this is 6 years earlier. He looks the same. But yeah, this is my first time playing through these games. We finished the original trilogy, so now we're on this. I'm doing great today. How are you? I'm doing well. Hope you've been all right. Otherwise, yeah, we've been doing a lot of voice acting today. My voice will pay for it, but I'm holding through. So we're getting to the end of this case here, case 4. All right, I suppose that's for him to decide. Moving on then. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene.
Hold it!
Okay. Until you heard the gunshot, did you notice anything else was out of the ordinary? I didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot. If the gunshot Detective Bad heard was really the one from the murder, that would give the other piece of evidence an entirely different meaning. I ask that you please amend your testimony with that statement just now. Sure. I didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot.
Hold it!
Okay, press that. That's a new one. Ace Attorney has been a crazy obsession of mine. I couldn't resist watching a stream for a few minutes. Well, nice. It's becoming an obsession with me too. I'm really getting into these games. I'm getting smarter at them too. I'd like to think. I'm kind of bad with these kind of like puzzles games, but there have been some sessions where I'm like, oh, I kind of caught that right away. Other times I'll be stuck there for like 5 minutes. Detective Bad, you honestly don't remember hearing anything else? Yeah. Is it possible you were so involved in your conversation that you missed something? I've been a detective for a long time, and even if I were involved in something, I've got quite the habit of keeping tabs on everything that goes on around me. If there had been some other strange sound, you can be sure I would have heard it. I suppose with this detective, that's probably very likely. So the gunshot. Investigations is funny because it can be very annoying, but I automatically love it regardless since it's Edgeworth. It can be a little annoying, I will say. Some evidence can be a little like obtuse with the reasoning behind it. But you get it eventually. When we heard it, you and I immediately dashed out into the hallway together. Now, why did the two of you dash out into the hallway straight away? Because we clearly heard the sound of a gunshot, and we knew it came from somewhere nearby. And how'd you know that it was a gunshot? In my line of work, you hear enough of them to know. I suppose it's only natural for a detective to know what a real gunshot sounds like. But given the circumstances, the only person I could think of whose life would have been in danger was Faraday. That's why I ran into the hallway right away and headed for where he was. I saw Gumshoe goofing around there, and then we all ran into lobby number 2.
Hold it!
Detective Gumshoe was there in the hallway? Yes. Why didn't you attest to that earlier? When I saw Gumshoe, it was after I had heard the gunshot. Having seen him then didn't change the fact that he still could have done the deed. Ugh. It sounds exactly what Detective Bad told us before, however. Is there something in particular we should be asking the detective about? There just might be. No one knew that the knife is actually the Yatagarasu's key. Reflecting on that, perhaps there are other things that we now know, but Detective Bad doesn't yet. Yes, that should be my angle of attack. Okay, so it was It was this statement that was added. I didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot. Oh, that's right. Because it wasn't. Because it wasn't. Oh, okay. Yes. Balloon.
Objection!
Yes, you're right, Randy. Yes. Detective Bad, does this balloon fragment remind you of anything? It's the same color as the one Kay was holding. Oh, so you know about that girl's balloon? Yeah, I was sitting with her up in the gallery during the recess, just before we split up. I filled that balloon up for her. Well, as you may have already surmised, this piece did indeed come from Kay's balloon. So, what about the balloon? I wonder if you might remember hearing this balloon pop at some point. What are you getting at? This fragment was found in the hallway right in front of lobby number 2. Furthermore, it was the sound of this balloon popping that the judge mistook as a gunshot. Oh, so the sound that the judge heard was not actually a gunshot, huh? On top of that, His Honor said that he heard that balloon pop about 20 minutes before the trial was to reconvene. Yes, which means that His Honor heard the balloon pop in the hallway when you were in lobby number 1, Detective Bad. And if you were in lobby number 1 at that time, you were close enough that you should have heard the balloon popping as well. So? Don't give me a so! We just proved that there is a flaw in your testimony! The crackling of the truth is louder than the sound of your sweet naivete cracking. And since you kids don't seem to know, let me fill you in on something. Did you ever stop to think why the doors and walls of this place seem so rugged? That's because they were designed to keep secrets from being leaked. Soundproofing. Like I need. What is that supposed to mean? The doors and walls are super thick. The window panes are double layered. To top it all off, even the curtains are made of a special sound-absorbing material. Then you mean... Since I was shut up in lobby number 1, there was no way I could have heard that sound. No! I knew that's what he was going to say. Did you? Really? Why are you surprised then? Then that means the scruff-faced testimony is completely useless. If the rooms are soundproof, then of course he wouldn't hear any sign of a struggle. Ugh. That's also why it's only natural that I didn't hear the balloon popping. Now do you get it, kids? Miles, I thought we were supposed to be the ones finding flaws in his logic. Not the other way around. The other way around? It's not possible to hear the sound of a balloon popping if one were in lobby number 1. However, if we examine the situation in reverse, a person standing in the hallway should not be able to hear the real gunshot either. And yet Detective Gumshoe claims to have heard it while he was standing in the hallway. Detective Bad, if that is the case, how exactly did you hear the gunshot? What do you mean, how? I just did. It would appear that you have yet to realize the contradiction in your own words. Oh? How so? If the rooms are as soundproof as you say they are, then how did the sound of a gunshot enter your ears? I see what you mean. I guess I'm more out of it from Faraday's murder than I had thought. Which means what exactly, Miles? In the end, what does it all boil down to? It boils down to this. There must be a reason as to how Detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard this gunshot they theoretically couldn't have. It looks like we need to examine the state of the crime scene again, huh? The state of the crime scene? Wait, can it be? It's that ultra-strong perfume Yu wears. She spilled some of it. Oh. Huh.
Ah! And way too noisy!
Oh.
The surveillance video? How could a piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go?
Oh. Okay. And now we go straight into logic. Okay, cool. Wow. Okay. So, obviously, the window was open because they need to dissipate the smell of the perfume. Time to turn the thing around. Turn the tides around. It's simply not possible for the killer to have escaped through barred windows, and yet the fragrance of perfume managed to escape from defendant lobby number 1. Of course, incorporeal things can move freely through these open, barred windows. Criminal couldn't have made it through, but what about incorporeal things? Just left a tip on your page, assuming it went through correctly, which I'm sure it did. I'll try to catch another stream. I have work tomorrow, unfortunately. Have fun, man. Thank you very much! Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Left a tip. As in... Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night, though. Survive work. I hope you survive. And just thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you soon. I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Thursdays is usually reserved for story games like Miles Edgeworth here. But I stream on Tuesdays and Saturdays as well, so I hope to see you around then. But if not, I hope to see you soon. Yo, what's up, Sushi May? Sushi May, good to see you. Welcome. How are ya? Happy Thursday. We're playing Miles Edgeworth Investigations. How you doing? I'll survive, hopefully. I'll be sure to pop in when I can. Well, I hope you do. And welcome in. I hope to see you soon. Were you just like, no. We're just, I'm just stating when I stream. Which is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Thursdays are usually for these story games. I saw you on SharePlay. Oh! Well, welcome in from there. And welcome in on Trovo, then. How are you doing? Welcome. I'm doing some voice acting on this game. Okay, so, and then we're using our logic here to connect two pieces of evidence here. So so if the window is open, then you can also hear the TV. Boom! There we go. There are some spoilers in this game. We are 4 cases deep into this game. Technically the 4th game in the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney universe. So be forewarned. But welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. Now then, what else besides a smell can go both in and out of an open barred window? The answer is sound. So no matter how careful the killer was, if the windows were open, the jig would be up. And since the windows in both defendant lobby number 1 and the hallway were open, that explains how the sound of a gunshot could be heard in both locations. Yeah, there you go. And missing evidence, gunshot can be heard. Obviously put these two together, and... Oh, it must have... Yeah, okay. The missing piece of evidence is a video that shows the moments in which Mr. Rell killed the embassy staff member. The sound of the gunshot left quite an impression on me when it played during the trial. The video should have been returned to Mr. Faraday's evidence bag for the recess, and brought back here. If it disappeared after that time, then it's possible that the tape is still here in this room. Eureka! The evidence that the missing evidence created for me is the gunshot sound that no one should have been able to hear in the first place. Miles, what have you been thinking about? We've been standing here for 2 hours. Stop wasting time thinking and let's start looking again. It's not a waste of time to think, for I have figured out where we should look. And where would that be? I believe we should examine the television. The TV? Well, you kids have fun. Go ahead and examine whatever you like. Investigate! Alright. I won't resist. Nook and Granny! Alright, let's take a look at the floor. No. The window, obviously. The window is wide open. The scent of flowers is being blown in from the outside. I think it softens the heavy air in here somewhat. Windows in both lobby number 1 and number 2 were opened. Maybe they were trying to air out the room, just like in lobby number 1. Or maybe they sought to ease some of the tension through some fresh air. With Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell in the same room, I imagine the latter would be the case. But was there really a need to open the window just for that? Okay, so... this? It's a video player, and there seems to be a videotape inside. It looks like it. The tape must have stopped on its own when it reached the end. This tape. Could it not be the missing surveillance tape? I suppose, but... Detective Bad, would it be alright with you if I verified the contents of this video? Sure. Knock yourself out.
All right, let's rewind this and see what we have.
If I remember correctly, the footage of Rel killing the embassy staff member should be at about the 30-minute mark from the start of the tape. Understood. It should be about right. Now then, let's see. Oh, moment of truth. Oh! Hey!
Francesca had to see that. Francesca, don't look! This is the footage of Mr. Rao shooting the embassy staff member.
I knew it! The missing piece of evidence, the surveillance video, was here all along! The gunshot is especially memorable.
You'll remember this for ages and ages. You'll tell this to your kids.
This sound. What's the meaning of this? It appears that Detective Bad has figured out the true source of the gunshot he heard. With this, I think we can figure out the trick behind this double murder.
You mean that you figured it out? You figured it all out then?
Yes. All I have to do now is show what the gunshot detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from.
Fine. In that case, show me what you've deduced.
Now to show what the gunshot detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard was. Yes. I know.
Nook and Cranny, yes.
Okay. Let's look at the TV first. Earlier, when Detective Gumshoe touched this, it made a most terrible racket.
You mean when Scruffy turned the television on, right?
Actually, come to think of it, I don't think Detective Gumshoe actually touched the television at all. Furthermore, it seemed more like when a video feed suddenly stops. At least it did to me.
I wonder why that is.
Alright, so deduce the window. Is there any other evidence I hold? Yes. Because you heard the surveillance video.
Eureka!
If the door and windows to the crime scene, namely this room that we're in, were closed, the killer could have used the gun and no one would have been the wiser.
That's true. The courthouse does seem to be well designed for such a thing, as it were.
However, what happened in reality was, Detective Gumshoe, Detective Bad, and Miss Yu, all three of them heard the gunshot.
Well, the windows in lobby number 1 and 2 in the hallway were open, so naturally the people in those locations could hear it.
Ah, but then, why would the criminal open the window in the first place?
To allow the gunshot to be heard, I suppose?
Correct. That's the only logical conclusion we can draw from this.
But why was that necessary in the first place? I want a real answer, Miles. I demand satisfaction.
Very well. I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of a certain fact. What was it that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of? Probably... not the murder weapon. Probably when, right? The killer wanted to fabricate the time of death to their precise wishes, and they used the gunshot in the surveillance video to do so. Ah.
So that's why the tape was left running.
You mean, the gunshot I heard was from this video? Yes, which means that the murders really occurred at an earlier time than we thought.
He's speechless.
It must have been during this recess, but before Detective Gumshoe was on guard duty. Someone who had no alibi for that time period, and planned this crime out in advance. That person is the real killer.
Complete!
Yeah.
Ooh, dude. It's getting juicy. Getting juicy.
Oh. Mr. Edgeworth!
Yes, what is it?
Miss Yu is asking for you. She's in the courtroom. She says that she's identified the murderer, but that she wants to clarify something.
It looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something.
Understood. Please tell her that I will be right over. I'll come along. I want to hear what she has to say.
Ooh.
It would appear that the time has come to uncover the truth.
To be continued? What? There's another part? Alright, we're continuing. We're continuing! Oh my goodness, we're continuing. Oh my goodness, I thought this was the last part.
Oh my goodness, confrontation.
Closely, oh my goodness. Dude! Dude! I'm actually ecstatic about that. I thought this was the last part. Gotta save at least 3 times, you got it.
There. At least 3 times. A 4th couldn't hurt. Okay. Whew. How are we feeling, folks? How are we feeling about that? What are we thinking, dude? What are we thinking? Oh, I think I know where this might be going. I might know where this is going. 6 to be sure? You're right, you're right. I think I may know where this is going, man. If this is what I think it is, we're in for a treat. September 10th, 6:15 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Manny did it. Hi, Kay. Kay, what's he doing here?
Oh, hello, mister. I'm still investigating.
But the object you're looking for has already... What? Kay, don't mind him. Please continue with your investigation.
Okay, you got it.
The judge did it, yes! That's where he was the entire time. Detective Bad, haven't we already found what you were looking for? If it means I could keep her in the dark just a little longer, any little task will do.
Oh, you're more sympathetic than I thought.
Whoa. Why are we so jittery when we walk?
I've been waiting for you, Edgeworth.
I've also been waiting for the moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest. Manfred did it. Von Karma did it.
The moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest? Wasn't that when we put Detective Gumshoe under arrest? I think we've more than solved this case already. Don't you?
We'll see. It all depends on whether or not your logic holds.
Oh, I see we even have a view in the gallery, and why, even Mr. Bad is here.
A viewer in the gallery? I'm hardly just a bystander. I have a duty to see this case through to the end, no matter how it turns out.
Oh, is that right? Anyway, I thought you might like to hear what I've slaved away to find out. I've taken statements on every single person's movements. During the time when our suspect was in the hallway, I also confirmed that there's no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore, the killer must without a doubt be Detective Gumshoe.
And that's all you have?
Yeah, that's all there is to my conclusion, in this case.
Sorry, but I beg to differ. In a trial, there is always time for rebuttal. And we are standing in the court of law. It'd be more than appropriate to follow the rules of court in this case, don't you think?
How absolutely like a rookie to think of such a thing! But alright, play along. I'll give you a proper testimony.
If my logic is correct, then I've already won. All I have to do now is to prove it, by showing who the real killer is. Okay, let's do it! Let's do it, dude! Oh, I'm excited! Oh, I'm excited. Misuse argument.
Everyone, sans the suspect, has an alibi for when the gun went off. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have all been thoroughly investigated, right? I also confirmed that there's no possible escape route from lobby number 2, which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion, that Detective Gumshoe was the killer.
Why is she holding in her laughter, dude? What's funny about this?
Now that I have your testimony, I expect a good... Now that you have your testimony, I expect a good rebuttal, Edgeworth.
But of course. There's no need to confront her logic head-on right now. I should instead focus on drawing out any trump cards that she has up her sleeve. We don't say that name here, Edgeworth. Don't bring politics into this! Okay, everyone says the suspect has an alibi for when the gun went off.
Hold it!
The suspect? But I thought that Detective Gumshoe's alibi has already been proven.
Are you joking, Edgeworth?
I assure you, this is no joke!
Look, I know you heard from the judge earlier that the detective was in the hallway with Mr. Faraday's daughter eating a Swiss roll.
Yes, that is correct.
But see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? And the problem is, there's no one else who can corroborate what he did since the snacking.
I see she's done her research well. Which means that I should focus on drawing out whatever trump card she's withholding. Yes, of course. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have all been thoroughly investigated, right?
Hold it!
Whether they have been thoroughly investigated or not is for me to decide.
The scrunched eyebrows and the lines on your forehead are back! Anyway, even if you believe it hasn't been exhaustive, the crime scene, lobby number 2, has no way out other than the hallway Detective Gumshoe was standing in. And because he claimed to be there, that makes him the only possible suspect.
But isn't it also possible that someone escaped through a window and into the garden?
That's the first place everyone looks silly. The police aren't a bunch of lazy bums. They looked into every possibility, you know. Isn't that right, Mr. Bad?
I'm over here. Yeah. There wasn't a scrap of evidence to suggest someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden. I suppose they really did check everything that could be relevant to the case.
I can't catch anything, Sag. You're the opposite of Poops. Poops has been catching everything in one go. I also confirmed that there is no possible escape route from lobby number 2. Oops.
Hold on. Hold it! Are you absolutely positive that there are no possible routes of escape?
Of course I'm sure.
And why are you so certain?
This is a courthouse, the place where criminals are brought to be judged. If there was an escape route, I'm sure every criminal would be using it to escape. It's just common sense.
Miles Edgeworth, I suggest you use a bit more of it in the future. Which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion that Detective Gumshoe is the killer. Hold it! Wait just a hot darn tootin' minute. You may think it's unshakable, but to me, there are still too many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand?
But you're the only one still wondering that. Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used to write with. Even if you know someone, it doesn't mean you'll know which hand they'll write with, right? I mean, I certainly don't care about that sort of thing.
I'm not about to let her get a rise out of me with such a flippant statement. I suppose we really reached the end now. I already have my trump card ready. All that remains is to play it. But before I do, I think I should inquire into a little something about her argument. You said earlier that you confirmed the alibis of every person other than the suspect. However, I don't recall either Francisca or myself speaking with you about the subject.
Ah, but there were witnesses. For you, there's your mentor who gave you an alibi.
I see.
As for little Missy, she came to the courthouse during the recess. And was stopped by a security guard at the door to the hallway. She gave him quite a whipping for that, or so I heard.
I'm the daughter of Manfred von Karma,
and I will not be forcibly stopped by a guard or a bailiff or anyone else.
Wait, so basically, the only reason Francisca bothered to show up today was because she found out that I was to be the replacement prosecutor? By the way, monsieur, what about everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe was assigned to guard duty?
What about them?
Have you looked into what people were doing during that time span?
What kind of idiot do you take me for? It doesn't matter when the killer went into the lobby number 2. From the time we heard the gunshot, to the time Mr. Bed and I arrived on the scene as we dashed from lobby number 1, the only person who could have committed the crime was Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, let's talk about when you and Detective Bad heard the gunshot, shall we? I suppose that if we go by your logic, then Detective Gumshoe is the only one. However, what if the crime had occurred at an entirely different time than when that gunshot you heard went off? What then? That gunshot was a trap meant to manipulate our perception of when the crime took place.
Sadly, your explanation is very lacking, Edgeworth. The gunshot we heard in lobby number 1, can you explain how that could have been fabricated?
I certainly can. Do I do the tape? The video?
That tape? That tape?
That was a bad one. Yes, it's exactly what you think it is. This is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell the prosecution presented in today's trial. This was found loaded in the video player in lobby number 2. That was connected to this large television that had its volume turned all the way up.
You can't honestly mean that the sound we heard was in the gunshot. You honestly can't mean that the sound we heard was the gunshot in the video.
Ah, but I do. Which leads me to my next point. The murders occurred much earlier than when anyone heard the gunshot. She's applying her makeup on faster. What was that objection? Objection! That was it. That's the only thing I can think of, too. After committing double homicide, the killer took the surveillance video out from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag, turned the television's volume all the way up, and left the video to play. If played from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes for the gunshot sound to come on. And since we now know that the method of time manipulation is possible, it opens up the possibility that the killer is someone other than Detective Gumshoe. Objection.
Sound from a television doesn't amount to much here. But of course, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth and Little Miss Funkama already knew that much from the very beginning, right? Of course we knew. Didn't we, Miles?
Yes, of course. We know about the soundproof quality of this courthouse's rooms. Of course, I'm not about to admit we had no idea until only a little while ago.
That's right. If the rooms are soundproof, then we should have not been able to hear it. And yet we heard the gunshot clear as day.
And?
And? That's it. End of story.
But it's not. How should I explain why she was able to hear a gunshot from a soundproof room? The window was open. There is actually one common point between lobby number 1 and lobby number 2. It is that despite the fact that both rooms have air conditioners installed, a window was open in each. Yep. Now, we know that the window in lobby number 2 was opened by the killer. However, a window in lobby number 1 was also opened.
It's probably just coincidence that they were both open at the same time.
It was no mere coincidence, I assure you. Why was the window opened in lobby number 1? The answer is that a certain person did something that caused the window to be opened. And the person who triggered that action, that person is the real guilty party. The real killer in this double murder is... Oh. Dead man! No. You don't think. You don't think. I do think.
Take that!
I do think. Miss Callisto Yu, I hereby formally indict you of the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. What?
You indict me?
She's getting mad. She's getting mad. The lipstick. Are you serious, Miles? Are you serious, Miles? Why do you think she is the killer? I don't understand her motive just yet, but of course I'm serious, because she is the only one who could have done it. Well, Miss Yu, do you still feel like laughing now?
Of course I do, Edgeworth.
That's not her laugh. My argument must not be tight enough yet.
Although I never thought things would spiral into this. But I'll have you know, I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. I guess this means it's time for my own rebuttal now, right?
Nani? Oh, but yes. Nani indeed.
You argue the window was open. However, do you have proof it was I who did that? Furthermore, do you have proof that the tape was used in committing the crime? Frankly, I'm shocked at you for going around accusing people of murder like this, especially with logic as full as hold as yours.
This is where it really started. I mustn't let my guard down for even a second, or the truth will blow away. Now's the time to put the patented Von Karma perfect proof to the test. Okay. Here we go. You argue that the window was open. However, do you have proof it was I who did that?
Hold it!
Alright. Evidence. All I need to do is have some prints analyzed and we know it straight away.
Be my guest.
She sounds as though she has the room to maneuver, which means even if we were able to lift prints, they'd only show that it was someone else. But why that someone else was forced to open the window? That's simple logic. Why don't I try presenting that piece of evidence? I have nothing to lose.
What's wrong? That scrunched eyebrows line on your forehead, they're all back! More importantly, are you going to be okay not running our fingerprint analysis?
Yes, I'll be fine.
Oh, well in that case, I'll just continue with my testimony, alright?
Furthermore, do you have proof that the tape was used in committing the crime?
Hold it!
I thought I just proved that it was.
Sure, you proved that the tape was there at the scene of the crime. However, that doesn't prove that it was actually used in said crime.
Unfortunately for you, Miss Yu, the fact that the tape was there at the crime scene is in itself very important.
How so?
By the very existence of that tape at the crime scene, it proves the possibility that the when of the crime could have been fabricated. And that possibility alone renders all alibis and witness reports irrelevant. 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 That's a hard word to say in this accent. Basically, it means that we will need to re-examine every person's movements again. Whether the tape was used in the crime or not, that we can re-evaluate afterwards.
So in conclusion, you're admitting that you can't prove that it was at this point.
Oh, shut up. I'm shocked at you for going around accusing people of murder like this. I need to get a haircut, dude. I'm getting a haircut in April. So I'm excited for that. Even though you're shocked, that is of no concern to me. I do things my own way. I did it my way.
Oh? I see that you're not laughing for a change. Because I'm shocked.
Again, you being shocked is of no concern to me. Let's continue with the testimony.
Alright, but let me just say one thing. You shouldn't go around accusing people.
I need one too. Yeah, I'm going. I used to go every 6 months, so twice a year. But I switched it to 3 times a year. Because at 6 months, my hair just becomes unbearable. Especially with logic as full of holes as yours.
Hold it.
Good thing she didn't say evidence as full of holes as you. What about my holes? Full of holes? Well, I suppose it might be.
Oh? Admitting to your faults now, are we?
At this point in time, is what I meant to say.
Should I take that to mean that you're a sore loser?
No matter how full of holes my logic may be right now, if I plug them one at a time, I will ultimately make my way to the truth.
What a paradox. Take care not to fall into one of those holes before you fill it up.
Miles, you remember, don't you? About why a window in lobby number 1 was open? Yes, of course I do. And that's how I'll attack. I'll present the reason why the window had to be opened. Oh, we all know at this point. You have any proof it was I who did that? Oh, yeah, I do. Stinky, stinky perfume. I don't like perfume. I'm one of those people that, kind of hold their breath when they go into a department store and go to the perfume and cologne section.
Objection.
I cut my hair every other month. Fair, fair. I know people who cut their hair like freaking weekly. I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you, monsieur?
Edgeworth, I never knew you were wearing that kind of perfume. It's not exactly what I'd recommend for boys, you know.
Whoa, this isn't mine.
That's right, it's mine. I received it from Detective Bad, you see.
Monsieur, you can pretend all you like, but we know at least this much is for sure. That you are the one who gave this bottle of perfume to Detective Bad.
And that yours is super easy to rile up. So, what about the perfume?
While you were in lobby number 1, you made a big show of spilling some of this perfume. That's according to Detective Bad.
Oh, I know.
You also knew that you spilled it. That if you spilled it, he would naturally move to open a window.
Come now, I've already told you that's all just a big coincidence. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know? So maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard the gunshot through the window.
A timing of when you were going to spill the perfume is something you could control. And the most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear the gunshot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at the time. You mean? Miss you were the one who called Detective Bad into lobby number 1 when you saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway. Is that correct? Oh, all of today's premeditated events could have only been thought up by you, Miss You.
You accuse me of the murder on the fact that I spilled a little perfume. Well, allow me to say this much. I couldn't have killed Mr. Faraday.
Would you care to testify as to why?
Ads playing in 5 seconds.
Look, I've had a lot of fun today, really. But I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap this absurd case once and for all.
Ooh. Once and for all, you say? What is this angle? Why did they switch to that background for that one? Usually they just keep it on here, on like the person. That's kind of weird. All right, I'm gonna run the ads right now, and when we come back, more rebuttaling and investigating. I need to go get some water too. So I'll run ads right now, and I'll be right back. I'll keep it with music in the meantime. Enjoy chair gaming.
Ads starting
right back.
now.
I'm back. I should say thank you Sushimate for the follow as well. I didn't see that come through. Thank you. Over on Trovo. Okay, I'm back. I'm back in action. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, good lord. Pardon me. Hey, got the snubble. Snubbing it. Straight up snubbing it. And by it, I mean... Did you bring fruit? No, I still have my fruit. I'm working at it slowly. I'm trying to get better at drinking more water. I missed a couple days of like drinking the full like 6 to 8 glasses. I'm trying to get better at that. Also sleep, more sleep. I usually drink a bottle of water every day. So it's like you need to drink like I think they recommend 6 to 8 glasses, which is like a liter a day. Probably more if you're an athlete and you know, do a lot of training. So a bottle of water is usually half a liter. And 6 glasses of water. 8 glasses is a liter. 6 would be kind of. Actually, how many how many ml is 8 glasses of water? Oh, almost 2 liters. Okay. I see. Math ain't mathin'. Okay, hold on now. Hey, she. What up? Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome. You're just in time for the finale of case number 4 of this game of Miles Edgeworth. Welcome back from ads, by the way. Hey. Finale time. Yes, ma'am. Yes, there's going to be a lot of j'accuses, a lot of objections, a lot of hold-its, and all that. Welcome in. All right. What the frick am I looking at? Sorry, hold on. What the hell? I was seeing something in my peripheral vision in one of my browser docs. All right, welcome back from ads, everybody. It's time. Why it couldn't be me. So we just accused Miss Yu here of being the murderer. Bold claim, but we're gonna find out why. Why she says it couldn't be her. Accusing someone of murder of a spilled bottle of perfume was a bit over the top. But I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of Von Karma. In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from. Oh. Oh, now. Oh, okay. Francisca, really? Miles, her testimony is flawless. Yes, but no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't escape me. And if I'm lacking in information, I'll just draw it out of her. All right. Rebuttal. Let me shout out she real quick. Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top. But I suppose forgery... Oh yeah, how was Fortnite, by the way? I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple... Oh, wait, hold on.
Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top.
Hold it!
I think I already explained the significance of that earlier.
You only confirmed that I did spill some perfume. That's all. That you would accuse me of murder based on a simple spill? Don't you dare complain when I sue you for defamation of character.
Do as you like, but as for me, I believe.
You believe?
I believe that you are the true culprit in this case.
My, you enthusiastic? Of course, I should have guessed.
But I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of Von Karma.
Hold it!
I formally request that you desist in your attack against my mentor.
Yes, or we'll sue you for defamation. I'm doing is telling the truth, or maybe more like spreading gossip. Although, your adamant denials are, shall we say, just adding fuel to the fire.
How dare you!
Say such a thing!
Calm down, little girl. Don't let her get to you.
Oh, why did you have to ruin my fun? Well, shall I continue?
In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday.
Hold it!
And why exactly could you not have killed him?
I was just about to testify to that. You're such an impatient man. I'm not really into that, you know, Edgeworth.
Your preferences have no bearing on what is at hand.
Feeling a little uncomfortable, are we? Miss Yu, you will desist in this tomfoolery and return to your testimony.
Whip her, please.
And Miles, if you're going to lose your cool, then I won't show you any mercy.
Sorry. Miss Yu, please continue with your testimony.
Sure. As I was saying, I couldn't have possibly killed Mr. Faraday.
After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from.
Hold it!
We might show you, but first. At this rate, she will inevitably escape. But if she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, then she must have known about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Miss Yu. Maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag.
Miles, what do you think you're doing?
I'm drawing the truth out of her. That's what I'm doing.
Huh? I don't recall a knife being presented at the trial earlier today.
Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something Mr. Faraday had yet to use.
So that's what you're trying to do? Look, why don't you cut it out with the lies? I've already figured it out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. The only evidence he had yet to present was the key the Yatagarasu had sent. And unless a key can magically turn into a knife, you really don't have a leg to stand on. Did you really think you could trap me? Come on, be honest.
I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. In any case, I wonder if you might append to what you just said to your testimony.
Sure, why not? I'll even say it as many times as you like. There was a key in his evidence bag, but you can't kill anyone with a simple key.
Hold it!
I mean, if you jab hard enough. Miss Yu, I would just like to confirm something with you one more time.
Oh, about what's going to happen to Detective Gumshoe after this?
I don't need to ask you about that, because he isn't the killer.
Looks like the number of wrinkles on your forehead have increased yet again.
That issue aside, Miss Yu, I'd like to ask you about what was inside the bag. You are sure it was the Yatakarasu's key, correct?
Yes, I'm sure. Which is why I'm completely baffled as to where that knife could have come from.
I think I've just spotted the road to a perfect victory. Finally, it would appear that you have revealed your true identity, Miss Yu.
Miles, for a final statement.
Yes, I know. All I have to do now is to present the evidence. But what is this? Ominous feeling that I can't shake. That she knew about that too? Okay, hold on. All the way over to the end. Present our latest evidence. Our latest evidence. Yeah, present the knife or the key? I'm pretty sure we could present both.
Objection!
Yeah, there you go. Because it does interchange. It is one thing. Miss Yu, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it shouldn't make you laugh. This is the picture of the key the Yatagarasu sent to the police. However, while it may look like a key at first glance, it, in fact, has a secret ability to transform into a knife, which means that what was inside Mr. Faraday's bag was both the Yatagarasu's key and the murderous knife. You knew that the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not?
Yes.
Well, with the Yatagarasu's key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Not the lipstick. Oh my god, I didn't get to read that. Oh, what? Uh-oh. Hold on. You understand now, just knowing of the existence of the Yatagarasu's key, objection. I came in here because the title had Gummy in it. I know it's Gumshoe. Yes. Gummy! Bring Gummy over here. Gummy! Okay, no.
I still haven't had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away, you could be lying for all I know.
You would, even now, still feign ignorance.
I'm not feigning anything. We can't have you accusing me of a crime with false evidence now, can we? I mean, Mr. Von Karma, I've heard some very interesting rumors about him.
Are you mocking my papa? Don't you dare sully the good name of my mentor. Now take a look. This piece of evidence is more than real. And shing!
Wow. Who knew there was such a trick to this thing?
Are you satisfied now? Well, of course, you knew from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew that the knife and the Yatagarasu's key are one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you, who isn't a member of the law enforcement and who would never have been privy to this trick, would have never known about it to begin with. Oh. Furthermore, there's something that the Yatagarasu sent to the police. How did you have knowledge as to what it was?
Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday. Just before he dragged Mr. Rell off, he told me. Oh, right. I almost forgot. He also told me about the key turning into a knife at the time. But he didn't tell me about how the key actually transforms.
What you are saying is simply not possible.
Oh? And why not?
Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. For within these pages, he mentions nothing about the knife.
I'm not sure he would have written everything in his organizer, you know. Wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication?
Oh my god, there's so many. Unfortunately, that is also not possible. Because Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either. What would have been highly classified information, even within the police force, and is... Whoops, did I read that wrong? What would have been highly classified information, even within the police force, it is something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know. Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition?
Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much of a reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse, huh?
How can you laugh at a time like this?
She probably just realized the flaw in her logic and is actually in panic over it. But that's not something we need to concern ourselves with.
I suppose you're right. Miss Yu, I'd like to state that I also know how you know the real nature of this knife.
Do you now? Oh, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me?
Oh, I will. And I'll wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through. This is it, the moment of truth. The secret behind the Yatagarasu's key. Only one person would have had knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would know from the start that the Yatagarasu's key could change into a knife? Francisca, no. Wouldn't that be the Yatagarasu themselves?
Take that!
Yeah. There's only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key.
And that is?
And that is the person who sent the Yatagarasu's key to the police. That is to say, the Yatagarasu herself.
Are you saying that this lawyer is the great thief Yatagarasu?
I don't know what accent that was. I'm a little tired. Miss Yu, you used Mr. Rell to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You, who professed to bear a grudge against criminals. Why? Why would you do something like this? Huh?
Who would have thought that you, a stupid rookie prosecutor, would see through me? You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill. It's even greater than when I was sneaking to someplace.
You killed Faraday? Why? Answer me! Callisto, you!
Callisto, you, huh? That's not my real name. Because my real identity is, yes, the great thief of Yatakarasu.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. Well, you see, he had discovered my true identity, which is why I had to erase him from the world of law. I made Rel an offer, an acquittal for a little favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being the Yatakarasu in court. Once we entered the recess, Rel was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into a complete mess. I chased after him, and eavesdropped on them through a crack in the door. Now Rel caves to only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined but if Mr. Faraday held it onto Rel any longer. Plus if I had let them continue on the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both.
But didn't you say that you despise criminals?
What do I really?
Have you forgotten about the KG-8 incident too?
Maybe.
What sort of woman would... So then, was it your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent?
Well, I had a good idea of what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Rel wasn't the Yatagarasu, by using his Yatagarasu's key as evidence, and that he would bring it with him. Which is why I thought he thought to use the knife portion. With a weapon as well disguised as this, no one would be the wiser. Because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon? I casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday, and in order to get with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yatagarasu's key just like that.
Oh.
You never noticed that I had changed the key into a knife inside the plastic bag. And he didn't have the chance to take note of the knife that took his life.
Oh my god. Moments before disaster happened. What a shot. How could you kill him?
I knew him for a long time, you know. At the very least, I thought to give him a quick and painless death.
But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rel as well.
I believe I mentioned why when we were placing Detective Gumshoe under arrest.
Plick lies! Plick and the Pikmin coming in. Dude, you must be very excited for the Mario Galaxy movie. Now that, spoiler alert, Pikmin show up. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for being for the raid. Thank you for being here. Here's your raid alert. Well, I give you a shout out. Here you go. Oh yeah. Thanks for the raid. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jerome, Beastfighter1. I do silly little stupid streams here on the internet. Today we are playing... Sorry, I was eating a fruit. We're playing Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth, the 4th game in the series, and it's from the point of view of Edgeworth this time. This is 6 years before the events of the game. And we're having a lot of fun. First time playing through, going in blind. And yes, Plick, if you have to raid and run, no worries. I appreciate it. How was Super Battle Golf? Let's start this again. Lol. Playing with randos. Oh, you're playing with randos. Oh, interesting. That is a journey. That sounds like... that sounds either insufferable or awesome because you trolled them a bunch. Okay, now I have to open up on my other programs. It should be just the one program.
One moment. Uno momento. Some peeps are reasonable, some aren't. Did you get matched with the unreasonable ones? Okay, sorry. One moment. Why, dude? Get on. Sorry. We'll get back to the game right in just a bit, folks. I just need to reset up everything. Oh my god. Did it split up into 2 different streams? Did I make it back in time? Okay, hopefully that's fine. If I do this. Don't log me out again. There we go. And with this one... And then with this one... What happened? My computer reset. I don't know if that shows up in the chat at all. I said computer restarted. It does that randomly. It happens more often now. I don't know why. But that's been happening for a while, so. C'est la vie. C'est la vie, so it is. So it goes. Okay. We're all set up again. Alright, welcome back, everybody. I couldn't hear your voice until now. You're hearing with it. You can read the caption. There are captions. I don't know if they work on mobile or other than desktop. All right, we back, folks. Did I give you a shout out, Plick? I think I did. The prosecutor is back. We're getting to the end of this here, so. Oops. Anytime the music stops, I'm afraid that it just freezes. Well, it's a good thing that it was like a full-on restart this time, because usually it'll freeze and I have to like force shut it down. So let's just recap from a little bit. But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rell as well. I believe I mentioned why when we were placing Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Go eat, Blake. Thank you so much for the raid. Go eat. Have a nice meal. Thank you again for the raid. Have a good night. Thank you. I will, dude. I will. I'm in the process of doing it. Something about having accidentally created an eyewitness. And how that led to the killer to think about setting them up as though they kill each other.
And the trick with the surveillance tape.
Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of the surveillance tape. Which is why I had Rel help me set up the crime scene. And after all was said and done, I rewarded him for all his hard work with a bullet.
You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you betray a client?
Client? If you want to talk about who was the client of who's first, it was me.
What?
I was the client in the murder of the Gaddafian embassy staff member, Dead Man.
Oh. You ordered a hit job?
You still haven't figured it out, Mr. Bad. I had Dead Man killed because he was about to give away info about the smuggling ring. Now, who exactly do you think would benefit from such an assassination?
It can't be you. You're...
That's right. I'm a member of the smuggling ring.
What? How could this... You don't mean... You're working with Manny Cochin too, do you?
Maybe not. Guess you'll never know. The Yatakarasu claims to be noble, but you're just another cold-blooded murderer. That's right, little girl. Little Goyle. The Yatakarasu is just another killer.
Be quiet, you. Yatakarasu, you can run from the law, but you'll never escape it. So just humbly accept the judgment of this court.
still laughing, dude. Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know the Yatagarasu has 3 legs? Do you know why that is?
Big Pinor?
No. Well, let me tell you. It means that the Yatagarasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't.
You really are too naive, Edgeworth.
No!
You even handed the Yatagarasu's key right to me without a second thought. Everything may not have gone according to plan, but I'll still gladly take it.
You mean the key was your real target?
And even after I gave you such great advice, didn't I tell you to always keep a good eye on a criminal? Or you may regret what comes of your negligence.
You two, get down!
Eek! Ah!
My body, I can't move!
Hey, mister! To your right!
Oh! You!
Oh, she's running, she's running. Very stuttery. Like...
Are you alright, Francisca?
I'm perfectly fine, Miles. The scream you just heard was the wind.
Her voice is shaking. Her voice is shaking, but it looks like she's unharmed. Huh? Where did Kay go?
Ooh, that's a gunshot! Uh-oh. They're okay, right? 7 p.m. District Court. Courtroom number 3. Oh, this is here. Where'd she go?
Sorry, but it looks like she got away.
Oh, no!
I called the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon. Detective Bad, are you alright? I heard a gunshot. I'm okay. Just got another hole in my jacket.
Which one? Which hole is the new hole? Place your bets now.
You may say he's fine, but he looks quite shaken. But more importantly, boy, I mean, Mr. Edgeworth, Miss Von Karma, he respects us now. Are you too hurt?
I'm absolutely fine.
I'm also alright, thanks to Kay. Speaking of Kay, where is she? I don't know. She just sort of disappeared. I'll go look for her. Oh, and hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir. Detective Bad, sir. He's out. He's out. My boy is free.
I'm sorry I doubted you.
Don't worry, sir. It's not your fault. I love you. Well, I lied to you guys too, after all.
I heard about what happened from Kay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable. But in this case, you are protecting Kay and her feelings. Looks like you just might have what it takes to be a real detective.
His eyes lighting up with life.
Now, don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay?
You got it, Pops.
Pops, watched one too many detective dramas recently, have we?
Way to single-handedly destroy the cheery atmosphere with one snarky comment.
Thanks, Francisca.
I should get back to the investigation. I swear, I'll catch you if it's the last thing I do. Be careful, Detective Bat, and take care. Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into each other again someday.
You almost hit him. Thanks a bunch, pal. You're the best. You really did find out the truth behind everything.
Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison.
Yay! Yippee! Oh, Judge.
It was my fault. I can't believe how much trouble I caused you with my testimony, Detective Gumshoe.
It was no problem, really. I mean, I lied too, so I didn't help anything. It's really not your fault, Your Honor.
Well, even if we didn't have his Honor's testimony, I think that lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted on her behalf.
Yeah, I can't believe I was about to get fired during my first week as a detective.
Well, so long as you're not fired. You should work hard, give all that you have, and perform your duties well. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you with me.
She did? Oh, what is it?
What was it that Kay left for me? The proof of their friendship. Wasn't it the Swiss roll? Oh wait, was it Swiss roll?
Take that!
Yeah.
It's a courthouse special sweet roll. Can I really have it?
Yes, it's a present meant for you after all.
Thanks a bunch. You have no idea how happy this makes me, pal. I'm gonna eat this right now.
Sure, go ahead. The Swiss rolls Detective Gumshoe and Kay bought together. While the one Kay saved never reached her father. It would appear that her sentiments have touched the heart of this detective.
Oh, he's so happy. It's as though he's having a welcome back celebration of his own.
Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him.
Woo! That was good, pal. I can't believe I got to eat 2 of these delicious things in one day. It's like I'm in Swiss roll paradise or something.
Do you eat anything else, Gumshoe, other than Swiss rolls and noodles?
I gotta thank Kay myself. Hey, wait, where is she?
He only noticed just now. Was his mind not present when we discussed her earlier? Detective Bad left to go search for her earlier. Maybe you should go join him.
Yeah, you betcha, pal. I'm gonna go help him. Oh, but first, you know what, pal? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? I'm gonna stick right by your side from now on, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
I sense nothing but a most troublesome relationship from that ominous statement. Yeah, you do. You know you do.
We should go home too, Miles. We have to hurry and report what's happening to Papa. What happened to Papa?
That art, dude, I love it. Agreed. Well, I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective.
Roger, sir. And don't you worry. I'll investigate the next case we're on real well.
I'll, be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at court came to a disturbing end. A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. But the detective in charge of the investigation was, as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe. After that, he became my direct subordinate. I have tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused me. But I suppose that's just how things are. Yay. As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared, she's now...
Yeah, there we are.
Oh, the ruffle!
So, do you remember now?
I forgot we were in this case.
Do you remember now?
Yes. I remember everything. Kay. It's been a while.
Kay, you sure grew up a lot.
Of course. Oh, thank goodness. I thought you two had totally forgotten about me.
You know, I was really worried about you after all that. Where have you been all this time?
Gummy, I didn't know you cared. After all, after my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. They lived really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back here I wasn't able to come back here all that much.
Oh, is that what happened? Well, I'm just glad you're all right.
So does it all make sense now?
You betcha it does.
Oh, you know what? I was going through my father's bookshelves recently and...
Hold it!
Hold it? Actually, there are still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay.
Huh?
First of all, why did you come all this way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatagarasu? The Yatagarasu is Callisto Yu, the woman who killed your father.
No, you're wrong. The real Yatagarasu was my father.
What?
But Mr. Faraday was the Yatagarasu?
What?
Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelf recently, and I found a secret diary hidden among his books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure.
But that's impossible!
What's with that look? You don't believe me?
It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now.
Alright, semantics. Alright then, how do you explain this?
It's a way of disarming any security system of the user's choosing. User's choosing?
Yep, that's Little Thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatagarasu's greatest secret. And this little gizmo was used by my father.
Wow! Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor, he was really a great thief, huh?
Yeah, my father worked really hard to steal the truth. But he was killed. And Yatagarasu was no more. But despite that, Yatagarasu has been spotted again recently.
Someone other than you?
Here, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a look at this article.
Oh, Yatagarasu sends card to embassy. The card received by the embassy is that. The Yatagarasu sent the embassy a calling card?
Yeah, meaning this person's a fake. I'm almost certain. That Callisto U lady is behind this. Because the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a gaudy card out.
But the Yatagarasu did send a white card along with anything to be publicized. That's what Detective Bad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves.
Uh-huh. Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up, and I knew I couldn't just let it go. So I searched you out, so that I could obtain the truth behind the Yatagarasu. Because if anyone can help me find it, I figured it's you, Mr. Edgeworth.
So you're saying that I have your father's and misused identities backwards?
Yes, because the real Yatagarasu is noble to the end. And I want to revive the real noble Yatagarasu. If I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace.
Kay.
Kay, you're so honorable. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal.
Even if you are honorable, a thief is a thief. And if you are plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit.
Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, you guys are not making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now?
Mr. Edgeworth, what I want from you is not to steal something. What I want is the arrest of that evil woman.
That evil woman? You mean Callisto U?
I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. But I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, then maybe... Please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you help me?
We have to. We have to. Edgeworth, you have to. Otherwise, you're bad. Otherwise, you suck. If you say no, you suck. Come to think of it, I do believe I owe you.
Huh? Owe me for what?
When Miss Yu made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I am not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid.
Then you mean it?
Yes. That case has been weighing down my soul ever since that fateful day. Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all. If you don't intend to sully your hands in a crime, then I believe I can help you.
Mr. Edgeworth, thank you!
Yay, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Isn't that great, Kay?
Yeah, it sure is, Gummy!
Even though he had completely forgotten about her until just now. What is with their chummy relationship?
You like it, Edgeworth. You love it.
The great thief Yatagarasu. After all that time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Byron Faraday, Callisto U, and Kay Faraday. The phantasmagorically changing identity of the great thief Yatagarasu. And the Yatagarasu's real goal. It would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay.
The end of case number 4. Wowee, what a case!
That right there, Turnabout Reminiscence awarded! Nice achievement! Alright. Folks, save one more time, one more time. One more time for good luck. One more time for good measure. Oops, sorry, hold on. Hold. Okay. And one more time. Wait, am I offline? What the hell? Oh. Really?
I was offline this entire time.
Alright. There we go. That should be good, okay. Oofy. Alright. Folks, that is where I'm going to leave it there for Ace Attorney Investigations. Miles Edgeworth, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope you had fun. Again, sorry for the interruption. My stupid computer. That's why I need to get a new one. But I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you had fun. Big thank you again to Plick for the raid. Thank you again, dude, if you're still here, still around listening. Yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. Next case we do is the last case in the game. That's right, the last case in the game. So look forward to that. And all that will happen next time. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll be raiding into... who do we raid? Who do we raid? Let's see. Who's live right now? Let's raid into... Oh, no one's online. Let's raid into someone new we haven't raided into before. Okay, let's raid into Tariati TV. They were doing Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not sure how long they're going for, but let's raid into them anyway. Let's raid into them anyway. /raid. There we go. There it is. Copy whichever raid message you have access to. Just know that I love you either way. Again, thank you for watching. Whoever's still here, I appreciate ya. Love you so much. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. I will see you guys on Saturday for Splatter Day at our usual 2 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 11 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Central, and that should be 6 p.m. GMT. I can't believe I forgot to fix that. 6 p.m. GMT. All right, folks, take care. Have a good one. See you on Saturday. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, so long and farewell. Lol. Bye. Why can't I click the right now button? What the hell? What? Oops. There we go. Okay. Go there now before I change my mind. Okay, bye. Okay, go.